Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today, I'm here with a dream, okay? Y'all, this dream was so long, and it was actually kind of in two parts, and I'm going to do two separate videos because it was kind of like two different dreams. I guess it pertains to two different people, but the stories are kind of similar but different. But, anyways, I'm going to start out with the first one that I had. The first one I had was it was kind of like an apartment complex, but it was like an indoor apartment complex. I guess like condos or something, like high rises or something like that. But it didn't go all the way up, so it was only like about 5 floors. And yeah, everyone seemed to know everyone. So it wasn't exactly like a normal apartment complex. It was more like a compound. Like um everybody that stayed in this apartment complex in this area knew each other, and they were all working together. Um as kind of watching over, there's a woman who is staying here that is working here, and it's kind of like she was doing certain things that she no longer wanted to do. Okay, so she was doing certain things that I can't really talk about on YouTube for income, and it was all a part of this like apartment complex organization thing that's going on, something like that. Regardless, um, as the story continues, because it was a pretty long dream, and at the beginning of the dream I was witnessing some of what was going on, like how she interacted with the other women. There were also some men that lived there, but the men were uh basically kind of like security. And this woman decided that she no longer wanted to do what she was doing anymore, and she wanted to do something else. She was very vocal about this. She was letting everybody know how she felt about this, and she was trying to put forth effort to move and to basically get herself together. When she does this, they all begin to talk amongst each other about her, and they also begin to let her know that it's not okay. They begin to chase after her, um, and the security turns on her. Okay, um, and at this part of the story, it was kind of, it's sad because she was seeing everyone that stayed there as her friends, as people that she could trust, as her family. So when they began to turn on her and they began to, threaten her and try to cause her harm, it was very hurtful for her. However, she goes to certain different places and she eventually does get away. Okay. Even though I saw exactly how it happened in the dream, God did not instruct me to type it out exactly how she got away, but she did eventually get away. The scripture God is sending me to comes from Isaiah 63. Who is this coming from Edom, from Basra, with his garments stained crimson? Who is this robed in splendor, striding forward in the greatness of his strength? It is I, proclaiming victory, mighty to save. Why are your garments red like those of one treading the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone. From the nations, no one was with me. I trampled them in my anger and trod them down with my wrath. Their blood splattered my garments, and I stained all my clothing. It was me, for the day of vengeance. The year for me to redeem had come. I looked, but there was no one to help. I was appalled that no one gave support. So my own arm achieved salvation for me, and my own wrath sustained me. I trampled the nations in my anger. In my wrath, I made them drunk, and I poured their blood on the ground. Y'all, this is one of my favorite scriptures. And it is a dark scripture to be one of my favorite scriptures, but this is not dark in a way of, but it's dark in a way of God said, he said what he said. And, God is saying that vengeance belongs to him. Vengeance belongs to him. And he will not allow someone to oppress one of his children. And, for whomever this is for somebody whose life you are deciding to turn your life around. You are deciding to turn away from a sin. And it's not that you're trying to, you know in this dream, this woman wasn't being aggressive with anyone. She wasn't trying to put anyone else down. She wasn't trying to say that everybody else was bad or evil. She was very kind, and she was very loving, and she was kind of like, happy, and she was expecting that everyone would be happy for her and happy with her. And God is saying that it would have been simple and easy for them to just have, kissed her goodbye, gave her goodbyes, and allowed her to gracefully leave and to carry on with her life in whichever way she decided to go, whichever way God was leading her. But instead, they decided to seek war against her and to try to force her into something she no longer wanted to partake in. And God is saying that he is not happy with that. God is saying that he is not going to, he does not agree with this. God is the one that put her up on the decision to change her life around. God is the one that put it up on her heart for her to just to live life differently and live her life for him. And God is saying that he would not put it up on someone's heart to come to him and change their life for him and then allow someone else to say, no, you're going to continue to do what God is asking you not to do. God is saying that in this situation, for whoever is going through this, regardless if it's this exact situation or if it's a different situation, maybe you are trying to get out of a certain lifestyle. Maybe you're trying to just move on with your life, and you're experiencing a lot of backlash because of that. You may be experiencing life threats. You may be experiencing a situation where you feel as though there's no way out, or you feel as though there's no way for you to turn your life around. God is saying, God is saying, I looked, but there was no one to help. I was appalled that no one gave support. So my own arm achieved salvation for me, and my own wrath sustained me. God is saying, because he sees that no one is trying to help you, because he sees that no one is trying to give you any kind of support, his own arm is going to support you. His own arm is going to protect you. His own arm is going to guide you. He will be the one to get you up out of whatever situation you got yourself into. God is saying that he will send out his wrath against those that come against you. They will not be able to stop you. They can run after you as much as they want to. And God is saying they may run, but they will fall. They will not be able. They will do better giving you a kiss goodbye and letting you live your life the way that you choose to, and they continue to live their life the way that they choose to. However, if they decide to chase after you, everything that they have going on will fall. And that is the prophecy. God said, know this: when you decide to change your life around to live for him, he will not allow anybody to keep you shackled in sin. God said they would do better. They will do better. They will do better. They will do better if they would leave you alone. And this happens a lot of times in movies. Like, I've talked about how this happened in the Hunger Games. I was thinking about a different movie, but I forgot it. But in the Hunger Games, President Snow would have done better if he would have just left Katniss alone, because Katniss didn't want to be the Mockingjay. Katniss did not want to lead a revolution. All Katniss wanted was for her and her family to be safe, and for her and her family to be okay. That is all she cared about. She frankly wasn't even really worried about her life. She just wanted to ensure that her sister was okay. President Snow assumed that she was something that she wasn't, and he took it personally when she made the decision that she made to not give them a winner that year. He took it personally and he decided to come after her specifically and come after her life specifically. And in return, he is the one that ended up falling. He caused his own doom. He would have done better if he would have left her all the way alone. So God is saying that those that attempt to come after you decide that you are going to change your life and turn your life around to live for God, they would have done better if they would have left you alone. This, I'm telling you now, it's what gonna happen. They can chase you and they can chase you and they can chase you and they can try to scare you and they can try to manipulate you. They can do whatever they want to, because it was a while of these people chasing after this woman, but she did receive justice, and she was able to live her life for God the way she wanted to. God is saying that he will guide you and he will lead you and he will show you which ways to go and how to get to where you need to go and everything. Just follow his voice. And those that try to chase after you, those that try to threaten you, those that try to seek vengeance on you and put some kind of wrath up on you, God is saying that he himself will stretch out his arm to them. He himself he's going to fight them. You don't have to do nothing. All you do is listen to what God say and you keep going. Keep your foot on the gas. And that's the message. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.